It is a difficult time. There are circumstances beyond our control. But I think at a time like this, I'm reminded of a quote from Dr. Stephen Covey, the author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And it's a great quote because it says, I'm not a product of my circumstances, I'm a product of my decisions. And we all have the same circumstances at the moment, but some of us are going to thrive in this position, in this situation, because of the decisions we make now. And this is where we're going to add a lot of value to business owners through helping them make great decisions now to set their business up for growth in the future. Welcome to the Business Behind Your Business, conversations to help your business grow and thrive. Hi, I'm Paul Sweeney, founder of Pretium Solutions, Chartered Accountants and Certified Business Advisors, hosting the Business Behind Your Business. Today we're going to be talking about this idea of client advisory boards, but more particularly why you as a business owner need to use external advisors. And it's very important because we have this situation for your typical business owner, and most of us as business owners, we don't have a large pool of resources available. We don't have large corporate boards or different departments for each aspect of our business. So it's very crucial that we tap into the skills of other people and get advice. So it's important to have access to those people who can advise you at the right times, but not just in response to needs, more in terms of planning how you actually grow and move forward with your business. So we've often said that small and medium business owners are at a disadvantage compared to large corporates because they don't have those skills engaged in their business. They're not employed, they don't have an external board. Now, it's absolutely critical to have access to that information. If you want to manage your business well, if you want to strengthen your business so that it can actually achieve sustainable growth and profitability, you need to use the advice of experts. And the reason for that is that you are very good at what you do. And nobody's going to doubt that. You have a skill, you're very good at it, and you can make money from doing that. But to grow a business that doesn't depend on you, you need to do other things. And when you start in business, you are the person that does everything. So we're going to look at how you can tap into using the skills of other people. So as an accountant, I've been dealing with small, medium businesses for over 25 years. And one of the things I see is that there's a lack of willingness to actually ask for advice or to know where to get that advice. We self-diagnose through internet searches and some free information, but we don't have the ability to apply that to our own particular circumstances or to actually understand how it applies or where there are other aspects that are going to come into play. And this is where you need to have access to advice across multiple disciplines. So a particular area we look at is HR, where we have HR professionals as well as business lawyers who can advise on the legal aspects. But you also need people to train and motivate your staff and actually tap into their abilities to unlock their potential. So there are multiple aspects to it, and it's the same with any other kind of business advice. So moving forward in terms of your business plan, your lawyer and your accountant, as well as your financier and your wealth advisor, should all be part of that process. So what you're going to hear in this episode is some thoughts from advisors that I work with, advisors that form part of my client advisory board that work with my clients. And we're going to hear why they're passionate about small business, but also how they work with other advisors to get the best results possible for their clients. Take a listen. There's some great advice coming up.
My name is Bruce Gleeson and I'm a director and business owner in Jones Partners. We provide provide tailored solutions to business owners and individuals that get into financial difficulty. And we also help businesses and individuals in their restructuring efforts, and also with general exit planning and other strategic advice. Myself, I've been, doing this work now for over 25 years, and I guess one of the things that excites me about this board is that we're all small business owners ourselves, and we've got an opportunity to help other small business owners. So it's not like, and with no disrespect to some of the national sort of firms like KPMGs and so forth, we are actually able to help some of these small business owners. And I guess there's two things that sort of always come through in some of my work, and they are that you generally find that stressed people make bad decisions. And so I'm hoping that with part of this board, we can help improve their decision-making ability, because, and it goes to something that Paul opened with, and that is that really they're resource poor, and if through this board they can get access to better resources and make the same kind of decisions that some of the bigger organisations can make because there's more structure and more resourcing around them, then I think that's a really wonderful thing. So small business is really the backbone of the country, and particularly during this COVID period and coming out of it, we're going to see small business in particular need a real significant helping hand. And what I say that because we know from the insolvency statistics that ASIC produced that 80% of all corporate insolvencies involve businesses that have 20 or less employees. So you can see the heartland as to why we need to help businesses through, not only during COVID, but just in a outside COVID business environment is important. I'm not going to sort of say it's all doom and gloom, because here's the key point, and here's the key point for, I guess, this advisory board is, yes, there will be businesses that will be adversely affected by COVID, but here's the other opportunity for some smart and well-run SMEs is that they will actually be able to come out of the COVID period stronger. Because yes, there will be some of their competitors that fail, but they will come out stronger and better.
Hi everybody, Jason Smith from Capital Plus Finance. The company I have has been going for about 2 years now. I kicked it off March 2018 after selling a previous business in 2016. Basically what we do is we do all types of finance for mostly businesses. We do a little bit of consumer finance, but mostly businesses. So that involves cars, all sorts of commercial vehicles, some prestige vehicles, fit-out finance, all types of trucks, trailers, anything to do with the business, including business loans, debtor finance, trade finance, that type of thing. Businesses, like I said, has been going for about 2 years, and I've been a small business owner since I was 24 years old, so that was 24 years ago. Have sold a few businesses over the time and can relate really well to not having quite enough resources. And I see a lot of businesses make the mistake of being a technician and not being anybody who's outside of their business at all.
Morning all, Dave Ferris, one of 3 joint principals of a business called the Bell Corp General Insurance Brokers. We've got 2 divisions. I guess one division focuses on the SME area, and another division focuses on large corporates, nationals and associations. So what we're able to do is bring our previous historical corporate experience in risk management, insurance, reinsurance to the SME market. I guess the value that we feel we can provide clients is this expertise, corporate expertise, to helping these clients actually understand their own risk profile. So it's not about selling products, it's about helping these businesses who are really good at applying their own trades, but don't necessarily understand the risks that creates. Yeah, and it's not just physical, tangible risks. There could be risks associated with people, with contracts, with intellectual property, a whole range of risks that people expose themselves into. So our journey is to help educate business owners about the risk profile, and then either we manage that risk with them or we transfer it off to the balance sheet, from their balance sheet off to the insurer's balance sheet.
Good morning everyone, my name is Luke Iacovelli and I'm the Sales Manager for Unitech Solutions. The cyber security issue is really big. big as more and more people are moving to the cloud. It's becoming very mandatory for a lot of cloud-based access portals to have some layers of protection in there. So cybersecurity awareness is really big for us at the moment, and it has been for the last sort of 12 to 18 months, and is now becoming really mandatory in a range of different products, such as 365 and other cloud portals that people use. You'll see it for things like your MyGov accounts and Apple IDs and things like that. They're now enforcing mandatory. So we provide that sort of level of assistance and advice and recommendations into what the best sort of solutions are to fix those problems. Cybersecurity it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and they are constantly targeting, and they're also evolving as cyber criminals. There's an entire dark web industry of it. So they themselves are evolving, and most of the time they have access to the very same information that we have access to. So, while we're putting systems in, they're also counteracting those systems. So it's a constantly evolving thing that constantly needs to be maintained and monitored.
Harry Nathu from Keystone Focal Point Coaching and Advisory has worked with many businesses with coaching strategies to help them develop growth.
Rita, myself, Raj have all worked in the corporate. We previously also had our own businesses in South Africa before we migrated here some 25 years ago. And all three of us came together for a common purpose. And that purpose is really about educating people. So being in small business, being in family-owned businesses back in South Africa, we know the challenges that small business owners face. And so it's no different to the challenges that small business people face now. The challenges that people face now is what we call in the time of VUCA. So I don't know if any of you know the acronym VUCA. VUCA is volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. That is the time, and that's further impacted by the scope. So you find that change is taking place every day. What worked yesterday is not working today. The decisions governments and local authorities make from time to time are making those changes because of the way things are changing around them. So our environment is changing all the time, and so small business owners find it very, very difficult to operate in that type of environment, and that's why a client advisory board like this makes a lot of sense, because small business people don't have the time to go and look for people. They want somebody who they can trust. They can go to a one-stop shop, and this is what this client advisory service actually offers them, a group of trusted advisors. So for us, it's really about what do we do. So we help small businesses firstly understand their capabilities and their people. Without people, you don't have a business, and without sales, you don't have a business. So your people are key to the success of your business. Whether you're the sole person working in that business, you've got to have certain skills. And you find that a lot of business people are very passionate about what they know and the skills that they have and what they want to do. But they don't have any idea about how to run a business. And this is where that good talent, that knowledge, that experience, that passion that they have doesn't lead to some sort of outcome. And so we help them. We give them the roadmap where they can reach their goals and provide themselves with the security for their family and their loved ones. And that's the whole purpose. So.
Corporate some BK People Solutions. So for me, I look at a 5-point plan, and that 5-point plan is really gather first of all to make sure has the business got the right solutions in place to to minimise the risk to the business, the risk of things going wrong from a fair work employment law perspective. That's why it's great to have Philip, although he's not actually he's virtually here rather than here. He's got a really deep background in employment law, which is a great dovetail to what I do as well. So really, it's minimising that risk is some of the solutions I've put in place, and then it's around getting the most out of people as well. So making sure that actually people are performing to their optimal level. And I think probably this is what Luke made. So it's about sometimes HR might be seen as a cost, as IT is something as a cost. But the key thing really is making sure actually, well, if you can just have it as a cost and you can purely just do all the risk minimisation, and there's a lot of solutions out there that cover that, but and that's what I cover as well. But equally, it's then about actually, very much looking at how can actually get the most out of people as well.
So we've heard from a selection of advisors about how they work with businesses and also with other advisors to get a better result, a better outcome for the business owner, which is you. And that's really important. So we want the best outcomes for you, and we want to maximise the outcomes from the effort that you put in. So working with a plan that's aligned to your goals, but also where all aspects of the advice are aligned, is a great process to be involved with. Thanks for listening. Do you have a question you'd like our team of experts to answer? If you do, send your question to podcast@thebusinessbehindyourbusiness.com. To hear more from The Business Behind Your Business, don't forget to subscribe using your favourite podcast player. Or you can visit the businessbehindyourbusiness.com website.